In a groundbreaking move that has taken the Christian community by surprise, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the revered general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, has publicly apologized for his controversial teaching on tithing.
Anyone who is not paying his tithe is not going to heaven. Full stop.
The apology came after a sermon where he linked tithe payment to guarantee of making it to heaven.
I'm going to be apologizing for making a mistake, for saying that if you don't pay tithe, you might not make it to heaven. I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's not in the Bible. What the Bible says is, ye have peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see God. Now, let me tell you, listen to me. You know, it is possible to be right and wrong at the same time.
But what does this mean for millions of his followers? And how does this shift reshape the ongoing debate about tithing within the Christian faith? Let's dive into this story. The video begins with the recent clip of Pastor Enoch Adeboye addressing the congregation of RCCG National Youth Convention, humbly retracting his earlier statement about tithing being a requirement for entering heaven. He admits, and I quote, "I apologize for saying that if you don't pay tithe, you might not make it to heaven. That's wrong, and it's not in the Bible." For a man of his global influence, this moment stands as a powerful statement of leadership, humility, and willingness to evolve. But what exactly is the big deal about tithing, and why does Adeboye's apology spark such intense debate? Well, the concept of tithing comes from the Old Testament, where 10% of one's produce was given to the Levites, who were charged with spiritual duties. Many modern Christian denominations still practice tithing, though some argue that it's an outdated, even exploitative tradition. The Catholic Church has weighed in, with Father Anthony Godonu of the Lagos Catholic Archdiocese praising Adeboye's correction. He said that the apology shows Pastor Adeboye has found the truth, and that the Catholic Church teaches salvation comes through living a Christ-like life, not financial contributions. Many see this moment as a turning point, a rare acknowledgement from one of Nigeria's most influential pastors, whose words have guided millions for decades. However, this isn't just a simple apology, it reignited a larger conversation. What role should tithing play in modern Christianity? Critics like Pastor Abel Damina has long argued that Jesus himself neither paid tithe nor collected tithes, so why should today's Christians feel obligated? Damina and others point to the gospel of grace, emphasizing that salvation is a gift from God, not something earned by giving money. And yet, tithing remains central in many churches, with congregants believing their financial contributions somehow secure their spiritual future. Many prominent Christian voices have supported Adeboye's apology, like Bishop Abraham Olaliye, who called the retraction a necessary correction. Christians live in the gospel dispensation of grace, not the law. He remarked, "Should tithing, a practice rooted in the Old Testament, still hold sway over today's believers?" On social media, the reaction has been mixed. Some users on X, formerly Twitter, welcomed Adeboye's humility, urging other pastors to follow suit. One user wrote, "Imagine the ones that have twisted the Bible to fit their own narratives. Will they also come out and apologize?" But not everyone is as forgiving. Some have taken this moment to question the long-standing financial contribution they have made, calling for a refund and criticizing churches for exploiting their members. So, where does this leave us? Is tithing still relevant in today's world, or is it an outdated tradition clinging to modern Christianity practices? Does the Bible really require us to give 10% of our income to church? And how do we balance supporting the work of God with the realities of modern day life? What Pastor Adeboye's apology highlights is that as Christians, we must all seek the truth for ourselves. It's crucial to study the Bible deeply, challenge teachings that seem out of line, and seek clarity when confusion arises. This even also showcases the humility of true leadership, recognizing when you're wrong and making it right. As we reflect on this major moment, ask yourself, what's my personal stance on tithing? Do you believe it's an act of faith, or should the focus be on living a life of peace, holiness, and love, as Adeboye has now emphasized? Let's keep this conversation going on the comment section below. What's your take on Pastor Adeboye's apology? Does it change how you view tithing? If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more in-depth discussion on faith, and turn on your notification so you don't miss out on our next deep dive.